Yo. Welcome. Week 4, Kindo's Corner. And look who we got. We got a live guest here today. We got Wes GDR Wilson as a live
Let's
guest for Kindo's
go!
Corner. Welcome, my friend. How you doing? This is a pleasant surprise.
That's all I'm doing.
Hopefully I don't catch COVID like the rest of the Titans today. You know what I mean?
The Titans are trying to ruin the league. They're trying to ruin the league.
Like Blake ruins a lot of stuff as it is.
Right.
Now Steven's trying to ruin the league. Wow. Well,
Right.
man, listen. I'm gonna have to crack a beer open for this one. Like,
Let's do it.
we got a live podcast this week.
Let's do it, baby.
You love to see it.
Let's do
it. So here, man. Cheers. Let's have ourselves a little fun.
Let's get it.
All right, fellas. Well, we got a pretty packed agenda today. Wes and I had some conversation earlier, and we're gonna stick to a couple of our normal script here. We're gonna address last week, all the things that happened in Ballz Deep Fantasy Football League, the greatest football league that ever existed. We're gonna get Wes's take on a couple trades this week too, including his one and only. So you ready to jump right into it?
Let's get it.
All right, man. So why don't we start just with kind of last week? Let's just go through some of the results last week. And I mean, no better person to kick it off than yourself. I mean, last week you're 3-0, coming off a hot win against me, and you just couldn't hold on for 4-0. So off constantly last week. He was 2-1, tough matchup against GDR, and he squeaked it out by 5 points, 99-94.
Yep. This obviously we all were down to the wire with this game, and it came down to the 2 Monday night games. Obviously, we know that JT had Julio Jones, and he ended up getting hurt, but the 7 points actually ended up winning it for him due to Colin Ridley having 0. And also, I will address my idiocy on being arrogant and starting Rob Gronkowski when I should have started Waller, like JT said. If I would have started Waller, I win the game. So I'll learn from that going forward. I got a little cocky, had a little attitude with my team, and thought I could pull out the win even without starting Waller. I could not, and it came back and bit me in the butt. So
Man, yeah.
here we are.
That's tough, man.
Yeah, it's tough. Tough loss. Tough loss for GDR.
Well, it's still 3-1. Magic number is 7. So you're well on your way. Currently in third though.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll go to the next matchup here. So let's go to Jim T against Cool Runnings, and I know special requests from lots of individuals on this podcast. We're not going to spend that much time talking about Monroe's team. We know what Monroe's team is at this point. You just can't help but say something every single time.
You have to.
But I mean, Jim T, old man, comes in and just absolutely steamrolls.
Was Monroe the lowest scoring point in the? No, that was Ballz.
No.
Okay, Ballz.
Yeah.
And then me and JT, but obviously.
Actually, we'll go ahead and give you that neck real quick.
Yeah, I'll take
because
it.
you were the lowest.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But nice try. Anyway, Jim T put that absolute work on Cool Runnings, 163 to 112. Give me your take, man.
Jim T had a little bit of a breakout week. He gets Kittle back. Kittle goes off for 39 points. That's huge for Jim T's team. Thielen obviously had a good week again, 25. I think he was a little bit of a down week last week, but he bounced back pretty nice. Also, the CeeDee Lamb play from Jim T is intriguing to me due to the Cowboys absolutely airing the ball out because their defense sucks. So CeeDee Lamb has stepped up a little bit and scored twice last week. And Jim T's he just had a breakout week. And he looks good going forward. Stafford 28. Edwards-Helaire, he put in his 11 points, but he'll bounce back and be fine after that. Singletary with 18 is also big. So this is a big week for Jim T, and we'll see how his team trends going forward.
I will say shout out to Money, a couple homer plays in there, Fitzpatrick and Preston Williams. Even though it didn't work out for you, we still got a rep, so you got that pride at least.
Yeah, and Monroe, honestly, like Jim T went off on you with 163, but you have some players on your bench. Chark had 29. Like if you get him in there, maybe at least your points will go up. But other than that, I mean, right now you just need to work out what you're doing with your team, and I think you might be able to win a couple games. We'll see.
Hey, we'll see, man. We'll see. Well, but again, we're done talking about Monroe's team at this point.
That's it.
End the podcast.
Yep.
If Bryce is here, you keep the music. But anyway, we'll keep it rolling here. So, all right, well, let's go to the next one. So, last week, we had your boy F&A Cotton. Cotton was 122. My shit's
Sioux
loading.
Girls 118.
Sioux Girls 118. So big win over Sioux Girls.
Yep.
Cotton gets his first win. He's
Yep.
not 0-4.
Yep. Getting out to the wire as well. Sioux Girls made a charge on that Monday night game, 37. I mean, it was a good game, good week for Sioux Girls. Even though he got the loss, the points still kind of came in. -2, which sucks. But other than that, Cotton's team, good win there for sure.
And anything to say about Sioux Girls' team?
I think Sioux Girls will be just fine. It'll be like right now. Is Sioux Girls one of the 3-1 teams?
I think they're 2-2.
Okay, but I think Aaron Rodgers is having going off for a career year. I don't see anybody slowing that down anytime soon. So that's a good job there. Him and the Aaron Jones connection is fine. After that, he's gonna have to figure something out because after that he's got Tyreek Hill and AJ Green is a toss up really. Ertz is not really doing that well, and simply because the Eagles aren't doing that well, so that his production has been terrible. So I mean, Sioux Girls are gonna have to make a move. Either like within this week or next week and going forward. What do you think about that, Joe?
Yeah, I mean, he's got the two Aarons. As long as the two Aarons stay high,
they're
kind of propelling his team.
Yeah, for sure. They're giving him half of his points. Like, but if one of them goes down,
Devontae Park had a great game. I mean, to your point, the Aarons get COVID,
right?
Like the Titans,
and that's
it's gonna be an issue.
So I would think that Sioux Girls needs to make a move like soon to try to get another running back or something to support the two Aarons, and then you can go from there. But
I hate to say it, but I think Cotton winning was a little bit of fake news.
You think so?
I mean, Mike Evans was hobbly coming off.
He was.
He could have easily not had that extra touchdown.
Yeah. No. I agree.
That's the game changer right there. I mean, Kareem Hunt had a great game. It looks like he's gonna have a good game going forward. Russ continues to be Russ, but I just don't know. I just don't love it. And
correct.
You started Russ over Tom. He's probably gonna make an emotional play this week and start Tom over Russ. So it's just it seems like it was more bad luck for Sugar.
And actually, that win put Cotton 2-2, which is actually a huge win for him.
Wow. My apologies. Not
correct.
Not 0-4.
Right.
Or 1-3. He's 2-2. But yeah, I mean, Sioux Girls is 2-2 also, so right in the middle of the pack.
I mean, and just taking a look at Cotton's teams real quick. I mean, he's got Derrick Henry that he couldn't play last week because they had their game pushed. So I'm not sure if they're playing this week or not. Obviously, the Titans had 2 COVID tests today, right?
I don't know. Yeah, it
so,
doesn't look good.
It doesn't look good for. I mean, if the Titans play and Derrick Henry plays this week, he's got Keenan Allen, Derrick Henry, Russell Wilson, Kareem Hunt, who's now a starter in Cleveland.
Yeah.
So that's 2 RB1s and best QB in the league probably.
We'll see what happens.
Cotton's team could easily make a run, and he's and Mike Evans obviously who Cooper Kupp as well. I mean, Cotton's team looks solid.
We'll see, man. I'm just saying it's he's 2-2. We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see how Cotton sticks away through this.
I agree.
You're right. I'm a little bit. I apologize. Coming back, you feel your team's a little better than I thought it was.
Yeah, he's right there.
Let's go on to the next matchup. So Black Ravens against Champ. No shortage of terrible play from the Champ. This has to be a Ballz deep record. There's got to be no team that has ever gone won the championship and then gone 0-4 to start the next season. So I mean, give us your take, man.
A little bit of letdown for Bowden this year. Let me take a look at his team. He actually, some of the plays just weren't there this week. Will Fuller went off. Swift had 15. He had no Juju. So I mean, it's tough sledding for Bowden right now. I think that he's in my opinion, he's in a worse position right now than Monroe.
Yeah,
he's got to make a move. Like he's got to do something.
I mean, that's the thing too. Is Bowden's one of those players that I don't know if he will make the move. Like he may just ride, and take the shitter.
Yeah, he won championship last year. He's having a little bit of a hangover. You Bowden, we know you have those all the time. So
that's disappointing. Man.
Yeah, it's just one of those years. Bowden might be just shutting it down. He's got a lot going on with his team. He's gonna have to make a lot of moves in order to right the ship, and I just don't know.
Well, all right, and Black Ravens. I can't say this enough. I think Omar is a good fantasy football player.
Yep.
I've played enough with him it's just asinine to me that he's also the luckiest fantasy football player I've ever seen in my entire life.
No question.
Like, I don't understand how the guy just continues to get lucky in fantasy football.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane. And again, shout out to Omar because the results prove it.
The results do.
But that is asinine that he put up 105 and somehow plays Ballz this week and puts up 97.
Yeah.
So
and I mean, looking at Monroe's team as well with Chubb going down, he's gonna have to make a move. Like at some point, something's gonna have to happen where Omar get on the trade wheel. And I know he doesn't do that often. Neither does Ballon. So. We'll see. Someone's got to come out of the show and make some moves. They want to win this league.
All right, we'll go to the next one. So, Congregation against Buffalo Expectations. Man, call it like I saw it. Part of the JT having to do the push-up challenge. I bet 2 points on myself for this one.
Did he do it?
That's a great question, JT. We have not seen it yet, but I guarantee you that we will post it live on our YouTube channel as soon as we see this. So,
I need that JT video.
Oh, it'll be on there. Don't you worry.
Thank you.
Shout out to everyone on this. Make sure you shoot JT a text and let him know he still owes the push-up challenge video. But with that said, Congregation 119. Buffalo Expectations 114. I kind of won by the skin of my dick. Let's be truthful here. I was definitely sweating bullets with Travis Kelce on the on Monday Night Football. Only down I guess what is that? I was down 15 points and he only had 10. But give us your hot take, man.
Your take on that is, I mean, with Buffalo had no Cam this week, which kind of hurt him. Had to start Burrow. Burrow's having a good year, but he's not a starting fantasy QB like Cam would be, who would probably have more than 17 points, which may have lost the game for him there. Other than that, expectations is, right now he's mediocre at best. His team is good. He's got to put together the right pieces. I mean, I played him in week 1, I believe. We both put up, I think, 130 plus. I just happened to take the win because I was scoring well that week. I think Matt's team is good. He's got Diggs in there. His Diggs has been going off. He's got Kelce in there.
I mean, obviously, number one Diggs needs back too. That'd be super helpful.
Yeah, he would need Michael Thomas back. Yeah, but Michael Thomas isn't going to come back until he's 100% healthy. So it sucks sometimes having players like that who are like really good and on big contracts that aren't going to risk themselves getting hurt even worse. So you don't really know when he's going to come back, and it's a soft tissue injury as well. So we're not really sure.
Yeah.
Like what's going to happen with him. So
no doubt. And give me some take on my team, man. I mean, what you think?
So
3-1, man.
The Congregation is at 3-1. Joey, you're always one of the most solid teams in the league. The Jay Crowder play, it is what it is. There, the Jets are always going to be losing games. He's always going to catch passes, short, long, whatever. As long as he stays healthy, he will eat the entire year. Eckler going down. What's your plan for that to replace him? I mean, you got Mark Ingram in your lineup right now, and Latavius Murray as well. But do you think they're going to have the points they put up last week? Are they going to do that again?
No, I mean we'll see. I mean we'll get there in a second with some of the moves that were made on the waiver wire.
Okay.
Today.
Okay.
As early as today. But I mean, listen, man. That's the grind of fantasy football, though. I mean, it's a year. There's even more of a grind this year with the COVID thing.
Yeah.
Than ever. I mean, it's a grind, man. You gotta play the waiver wire. You gotta try to make trades. Even if you don't make trades, you gotta make moves.
Yeah.
The people who just kind of sit back, that's who get off. So.
Yep.
Expect me to be a little bit hot coming up here.
Yeah. Now, Joe, let me ask you about your team and like where do you think your strengths are right now? Coming off that win last week, you squeaked one out. Obviously, as you said, but do you think that's going to be enough for this week? Will Lamar Jackson continue to put up his 30? Will Dalvin obviously is Dalvin? You got to watch his injury history as well, just making sure that he's on track. But other than that, I mean, do you think that this is sustainable?
I think so. I mean, I think I'm 3-1. Mm-hmm. I put up an average amount of points this week. I think.
Right.
I think Lamar's going to continue to do his thing.
Yes,
there's no way that he's going to stop, so I'm not worried about him.
Yep.
I'm not worried about Dalvin Cook. I know he's injury prone,
but that is what it is.
I mean, nobody is safe.
Right. Anybody can get hurt. Yeah, agreed, 100%.
I think I got a couple stud receivers. It depends who shows up week in, week out, but I got some stud receivers, and bottom line, I'll continue to make moves.
Right.
I'll see you in the playoffs, man.
Of course. Okay.
Nope.
All right. Yeah. Joey. Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah. Joey's got a good team. If he's hot down the stretch, then it will be what it is. But yeah, I like Joey's team. I like Matt's team too. I think he's taken some unfortunate losses this year so far. So I saw him making moves with Blake.
So you think he's not done?
No. I don't think Matt's done at all.
Because Matt is just confirmed he is 0-4.
Yeah, Matt is 0-4, but he's not Monroe 0-4. Like there's a difference. Like Matt 0-4 and Monroe 0-4 are two different things. Matt could pop off 2 or 3 wins in a row, be 3-4, and right back in the thick of things. So Monroe, I don't know if he's gonna be able to do that or not.
Very clear. Very clear.
Making sure we were on the same page with that.
All right, well, we'll go to the last one from last week, and this was called the heavyweight matchup of the week. Older brother versus younger brother. You had one guy 2-1, the other guy was 3-0, and Breeze Nuts with 207 points. Man, that's a pretty big deal.
Insane. Is that a record? Did we confirm that being a record?
I think Omar confirmed it was a record.
Okay.
However, that was a record. Even over pre-PPR world.
Right.
So, it's less impressive.
Correct.
I think Omar said something crazy, like he had 190 or something, non-PPR,
That's
which is insane.
absolutely asinine.
I can't remember, but regardless, we're a PPR league. We're not going back. So
right.
that has to be a new record at 207 points.
Yeah, and I to be honest with you, I do see like other weeks like that coming from other teams this year as well. Like I think someone's gonna snap again off for like that this year. I think I see a lot of points going up. Like for example, Blake put up 144 against them.
Yeah.
Like on the same week. So I can see
the third most points in the league.
Right.
So.
Right. I could see another 200. I could see another 200 point week for sure from someone. But to be honest with you, the Bryce 200 that's a big advantage, especially doing that and going 3-1 when it comes down to seeding at the end of the year. That week could literally give him a bye.
Yeah.
Because of the way it's like lining up right now.
I mean, yeah, that is true. So let's what do you think, man? I mean, you think obviously 207 was great. I think both these guys they got pretty good
sure,
teams.
No doubt. Well, as we're talking about these teams, I think one of the teams will be Blake that made a trade this week, right?
Yeah.
He got rid of Mahomes, and now he's starting Matt Ryan.
Yep. We can go into that now.
Let's. We can dive into Blake and Bryce are both 3-1, right? We both concur they have really good teams.
I was a heavyweight battle. I mean,
it was. Blake's gonna get Christian McCaffrey back like in a week or two, and he'll be right back. Like it won't. I think he's unbothered by that loss to Bryce at all. Especially when Bryce put up 207 points. He's Blake's like whatever. He put up 207. He's gonna beat anybody any week if he does that.
Yeah. That's the other thing is, he's past Blake at this point.
I don't think that's that. It was a good matchup, good win for Bryce. But most importantly, in my opinion, for Bryce is that he put up that many points because that could literally get him a bye. That's my main takeaway from that. Other than that, he had Ron Jones, 18. Everybody went off. There's really nothing. Lockett, which is crazy, had 5.
Yeah, he should have had at least 15.
Yeah, right.
What he usually has.
Right. So I'm not. That's going to end up.
Lockett's first 3 games was 17, 19, and 37.
And then he had 5.
And
then you still had 207. So
left at least 15 points out.
Right. Which is why Bryce is being a little bit of a dick on the trade market right now. So that's my award to you, Bryce.
I would do what he would. I would do the same thing.
He scored 200 points last week.
Let's go on to the next thing here. So
do it.
There's COVID.
Yep.
Which I likely got because you're sitting not 6 feet apart from me right this second.
Christ.
It is what it is, I guess. And so there was a lot of moves. I would say an extraordinary amount of moves over the last 48 hours in our league. The waiver wire was hot. The trades that happened, call it the last 14 days, were nuts. Give me your take, man. We can go through a couple of these, but
coming off the Blake and Bryce talk, let's talk the tailgating expectations trade.
Okay. Let's hear it.
So Blake trades the Chargers D and Mahomes for Melvin Gordon and Madison. That's unreal to me, that trade.
Let's tell me what you think about it being unreal. So what makes this?
I just don't. The Chargers D is having a good year. I haven't looked at their points, but I know they're playing well. I know they've done well. You know, they've gotten a pick six last week against the Bucks. I know that. So they've been scoring. Will that be sustainable? I don't know. Mahomes is gonna have, he's gonna have his days, but I think he'll also have his 25-point outing as well. I don't think, they're so good that if they get up on people, they're just gonna run the ball, and he could, be nothing. Melvin Gordon, on the flip side, a running back and a backup running back to Blake. If something happens to Dalvin, Madison has proven that he could be an RB2 100%. Do you agree?
Yeah.
I just think that obviously
we'll see, but...
yeah, it's always a we'll see, but I think that Blake is going and Blake has the luxury to do this because his team is good, so he could trade Mahomes away.
So you think Blake? You like what Blake did?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Blake on this one. I think that he took advantage of Matt because Matt needed a guy that's gonna give him 40 a week. So hopefully, if Mahomes goes off for 40 a week throughout. I think that it'll give Matt some wins. Matt right now he's 0-4, right?
Yeah, I think the one thing that I would say about this, because Blake had conversations with me about trading Mahomes too.
Okay.
If you look at Mahomes' fantasy football playoff schedule,
it's tough.
It is insanely easy.
Oh, it's easy.
It is nuts how easy it is. I'm actually just gonna pull it up right now.
Okay,
let's look at it. You real quick.
Let's look at it.
But weeks 14, he plays Miami. Week 15, he plays at New Orleans.
Rip them to shreds.
And week 16 for the championship, he plays at home against.
So we can go out on a limb and say he's gonna have 35 points on average within those 3 weeks.
And I think that's my concern is, will Blake find someone who puts 35 every game when Blake makes the playoffs? Because he just traded him away.
Okay.
And if he wasn't to trade him away, and again, he's 3-1. He's probably got an 87% chance to make the playoffs at this point.
Right.
And he just traded a guy that has the 3 easiest games in playoffs.
And then when the playoffs come around, we know he's going to have 30 plus.
Yeah, and the question is does he find someone else or not? I personally don't know if you can confidently say you're going to find someone else that will have 30.
You can't.
All of those weeks in the playoffs. And I think this is just my prediction. I think we wake up week 14, 15, or 16 of fantasy football, if football's still going on.
And we look back on this trade.
And and Blake looks himself in the mirror and says, I did not win the championship because of that.
I think I just lost a playoff game.
Yeah.
Because of that.
Especially I just lost a championship because of that.
Yeah, or championship. But I'm saying playoff game. Like when it comes like he might not make it through the Miami New Orleans game to get playing against one Bryson put 207 points.
Yeah,
you have to score points these days in fantasy, especially the way PPR is going.
Yeah, I mean,
so,
I think this dude's got Matt Ryan maybe.
He's got Matt Ryan right for now.
Matt Ryan's points are not bad, but they're also not. I mean, he had 12 points last game and 13 the game before that.
Right.
So I mean, he's got the ability to put up 35, but I don't know.
Right.
Anyway, let's keep going here.
Keep going, but yeah. For now, I'm saying that. Blake bolstered his bench.
Yeah.
Per se.
Okay.
But in the long run, I think it could come back and bite him.
Hey,
correct. I agree with that. Okay.
I mean, he's got an easy matchup this week, so I'm sure we'll learn nothing he plays next. So, all right. So then you got Breeze Nuts over here, who decides to pick up Chase Edmonds off the waiver wire, number 1 waiver wire guy.
Yep.
Makes sense. I mean, I understand why he does it. I guess my only thing is that he's got a ton of backs, so he's just clearly stashing.
Yeah, he's trying to trade them all.
So, but I mean, smart pickup. Buffalo Expectations is engaged here. Picks up Justin Jackson. That's going to be helpful for a few weeks while Austin's out. Looks like JT got Scotty Miller. Who cares? 2 girls with the Dearness Johnson pick. I think there's no chance that Dearness Johnson actually comes to anything, but it's a try.
It's a try, yeah. I mean, he hit a couple good runs. Sorry, as Cowboys defense, but it is what it is.
Who runnings gets Cameron Brate, which is it's probably just a big. I mean, he just slapped you in the face with his penis.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean,
we'll see if it does anything.
We'll see if it does anything. If Brate continues to be better than Gronkowski, then I lose the trade clearly. But if not,
pretty ironic.
Then,
by the way,
whatever.
salute to the dead Monroe. That was kind of funny.
Yeah, Monroe's dead, but I mean, he's just fucking with me at this point. But it is what it is.
So Zacchaeus over here.
He had an okay week. They got some guys out. I don't anticipate him.
Jim T adds a kicker. Okay.
Of course, he probably maybe a bye week.
There's DJ drops a bunch of people and picks up.
However, can we go back real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
So Jim T drops Frank Gore from the Jets, and there's a reason for that because one Le'Veon Bell is coming back this week.
True.
So I mean. Obviously, GDR has Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens there. I just want to throw a little nugget in there, but
it's a good nugget.
Go ahead.
I mean, it's definitely yeah.
Well, we don't know what he's gonna do, but you know he's still. I think he's still Le'Veon Bell, and see what happens.
I think it's insane the amount of running backs that people are grabbing post last week, and it makes sense. But yeah, I mean we are deep in the depths of hell.
Yeah,
of running backs.
I mean, no question.
When you're picking up freaking Benny Snell Jr. and you're picking up, I picked up Duke Johnson, who has been 5 years ago, and DMV gets Brian Hill, Gurley. We are like in the trenches.
Yeah, it's
running backs.
At this point, we're picking up running backs who we think their starter has a chance they can get hurt.
Yeah, that's it. We're literally banking on people getting COVID or getting hurt.
100%.
Welcome to 2020. 2020.
COVID or injury.
All right, man. Well, let's go to this week's projections. Give us your take. We've got. I just want to remind everyone we did a wager last week. JT still owes us this beautiful piece of footage of his wager.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give you the chance at this point right now. If there's any wager you'd like to put on the line or anything that you'd like to do, or you can try to wager with someone, on these projections. So,
I would like to bet Bryce Taylor that he will lose this week to the congregation.
Well, you love to see it.
And I don't want to specify the terms of this bet until Bryce acknowledges that he's willing to make the bet.
Okay.
And then we can talk about the terms in the Ballz group chat.
All right, love it. So, I'll let you guys engage in that. But yeah, so it sounds like it's Kindo's congregation versus Breezes. There's gonna be something on the line, and I'm out of it except for I could go 4-1, and I love to see it. So, but let's go ahead and carve it up here. So you obviously got the congregation this week.
Yes, I do. I have a congregation beating Bryce this week. I think he severely cools off from last week, and the congregation picks that one.
Love it. All right, let's go to the next one here. Taylor Gang, 3-1 against the champ or the chump, I guess. I'm gonna start calling him the damn chump because he's 0-4. Who you got this week?
I gotta go with Blake. I think Matt Ryan goes ahead and bounces back here. I see Juju is coming back and playing. They're gonna have a week off. Could have a good game against Philly. Philly is terrible, so we'll see what happens there. But I think Blake's team is well put together. He'll probably make a couple of moves here in the coming days when he gets out of the mountains, but we'll see what happens there. But I think that Blake's team will be fine in this matchup, and I'll roll with Blake.
All right, we'll go next one. Sioux Girls versus DMV Black Ravens. 3-1 Ravens versus 2-2 Sioux Girls. What you got here, man? One thing I just see is Kyler versus the Jets. Yes, he's got Teddy Bridgewater versus Atlanta, so that actually could even out a little bit there. This is a tough one to call. We got some guys out. This is gonna be a toss up, but I'm gonna go with DMV and Omar's luck because we know that that's what he gets when he plays fantasy. So I'm gonna go with the Black Ravens here on this one. Omar's out to play Sioux Girls, and both the Aarons are out, and it's not because of COVID.
Correct.
And this just the Sioux Girls doesn't even seem to stand a chance right this.
Yeah. I didn't even look to see it both.
Both the Aarons are out.
And definitely DMV for sure.
All right, off constantly Buffalo expectations. Taylor 2, White Gentleman. Who you got, man?
This is gonna go Buffalo. I said,
about to get number
one.
I
think he's gonna get his win this week. Again, he's got Mahomes versus the Raiders. if that game is played. So we'll see what happens there. No, I'm basing all my picks off of games actually being played. So let's make sure that's out there and open. Yeah, for sure. But no, this week I got Buffalo. I think he beats JT this week. JT didn't put up a good number last week. However, he got the win over me. But I think JT his team needs a little soul searching as well. I mean, he's got Chenault starting. It's been okay, but not great. Josh Jacobs at Kansas City. I think Josh Jacobs is going to be a little bit of trouble this week because Kansas City is going to be up. They're going to have to throw.
They might not even be playing.
They might not play. I'm not.
If they don't play, for the record, it hurts Brennan way worse than it hurts JT.
Yes.
Because JT would not, or Brennan would not have Mahomes or Kelsey.
Which he did, right? Which he just traded for Mahomes, which hurts. But
so if that game isn't played, Matt is in so much trouble that I think you just throw it in.
I agree, 100%. That week I'm gonna go ahead and go with Buffalo if he gets his first win this week.
All right, man. Bold prediction. All right, we're gonna go with Cool Runnings, F&A Cotton, 2-2, and everybody knows Monroe's record these days. So who you got, man?
I think this is do or die week for Monroe, and I don't think he gets it done. I think Cotton still gets the win. Kareem Hunt's taking all the snaps now in Cleveland, so I think that's great for F&A Cotton. He's got Russell at Minnesota. Minnesota's been getting carved up as well. The defense is hurt, depleted. Down at New Orleans, defense hurt, depleted. So I think that he'll have a good day as well because Herbert's been playing really well, so he's been getting the ball to Keon Allen too. So I might have to go with Cotton this week. I think Cool Runnings is in trouble, and he loses this week. His season's over. Which is wild, but I don't think he can get it done this week. I'm gonna go with F&A.
Yeah, I mean, and Tanyan was the leading scorer for Monroe last week,
and he's not even in the lineup. He's on bye.
He's got a bye.
Yeah, so Monroe's running into terrible luck as well as
tough, man.
Yeah, and Jared Cook was out last week, so we don't know what he's gonna do this week.
No clue.
So.
Yeah, and that game is probably going to be moved
to Indy, right?
Yeah,
I saw it because of hurricane. So Monroe sorry, bro. I think your season ends this week.
All right, man. Last matchup: GDR versus Jim T. Give us your thoughts, man.
I'm gonna have to go with myself this week. I just think that Jim T's team.
If anybody comes on the show and doesn't go with themselves,
is okay. Yeah,
I'm gonna stick you.
The only person that wouldn't go with themselves right now would probably be Monroe.
Monroe would go with himself.
Yeah, and he'd be wrong.
He got to.
So he would risk being wrong. Yeah, his team is trash.
Listen, man.
So,
I'll never not pick myself.
Yeah, but I don't know. I also think that Jim T's gonna outdo his projection. I see Thielen at Seattle. Seattle's secondary is awful. I see CeeDee Lamb playing against the Giants, awful. Now Singletary, Buffalo playing against the Titans, which we don't believe that game's gonna be played. So I don't think the Singletary is gonna start this week. He's gonna have to go with Mostert at Miami, against Miami, which would be a better play in my opinion, over Singletary this week. But I think my team's gonna have a little bit of a bounce back. Even if Jim T does outdo his projection, I think I'll be able to outscore him this week, and I think I'll get the win.
Yeah, the question will be is if Mostert even plays. I mean, he's supposed to be coming back. So
right.
See.
Right.
But I mean, you got to bet with yourself, man.
Yeah, I'm going with myself.
Another good week, Kindo's Corner. Appreciate y'all listening up. Thanks
Bryce,
for coming in, man.
Hit me up on that. Things in mind for you, Coach.
Y'all got to hash this bet out. Let's all say a little prayer. I'll say a little Jewish prayer for football in general, because Blake's Titans. Fucking Stephon Gilmore was basically kissing Patrick Mahomes. We may not have football soon. So let's just all be blessed that we're talking about football, and let's keep playing damn football.
Yeah.
And that's it.
All right, guys.
Over and out. Peace out.